this morning from Imugene is Leslie Chong. Leslie, good morning.
Hi, Andrew.
Nice to see you, Leslie. Look, another milestone here for you, this partnership with Eureka Therapeutics. Tell us a bit more. What's the objective of this collaboration? What's it looking at?
Indeed. It's quite exhilarating. We announced just a few months ago that we have a partnership, a strategic partnership with a company called Cellularity. And that's on the East Coast of the US. And now we have just announced the partnership with Eureka out of San Francisco. So we've got the East Coast and the West Coast of the US covered.
This, I wanted to ask, since you mentioned it there, the collaboration with Cellularity, you and I spoke at the time, was this not an exclusive partnership? What's the overlap here?
So no, it wasn't exclusive in terms of I'm keeping Imugene quite promiscuous. So with our onCARlytics, which is our oncolytic virus, plus this thing called CD19, and what it does is it covers the surface of any solid tumor. So you know we have an extreme prejudice against solid tumors. So our oncolytic virus infiltrates into the solid tumors, shuttles up these things called CD19, and then you have to couple it or combine it with a CD19 target. So Cellularity has what's called an allogeneic, that means off-the-shelf CAR T product that we're combining with there in vivo and in vitro. And Eureka too has a CD19 directed T cell therapy, a little bit different than a CAR T, it may be even better, but it's called an autologous. And so it's two separate mechanisms of action in terms of CD19 directed targets, and it's combined with onCARlytics.
So what's the development plan with Eureka?
So right now, all I really want to do is develop the value of onCARlytics, and that's exactly what we're doing with Eureka. So if we can show that preclinically, we have this beautiful combination with onCARlytics and the Eureka Artemis therapy, then we've got a great value, great data across all our onCARlytic platform to show that we can indeed combine with the CD19 directed target in several different mechanisms of action, which is great, extending our value, improving and supporting what onCARlytics can do. And both companies, and especially our recent combination, I mean, the companies were so exuberant about this combination. We have this synergistic fit. We both believe in leading with science and the value and whatever else will come after.
Well, given the promiscuity at Imugene, is there room for further collaborations here?
We do, because again, it's a non-exclusive, and I like to build value across all our platforms. So that's exactly what we're doing now. And with onCARlytics, it's that beautiful, you mark the solid tumors and have the CD19 to come in for the kill. So mark and kill approach.
Which cancers will you initially be focused on?
It's a wide variety of solid tumors. Eureka has a great experience in liver cancer. Their product has already been in the clinic in patients, that is. So we have a pretty good direction, but we want to see what the combination will fruit, and then we'll decide on which solid tumors to approach.
So looking a bit further down the track, if all goes well here, would you be looking at a profit share deal with them, would you, once it hits the market?
So that's a great question, and that's something that everyone has been asking me. The reason I keep us promiscuous is that the data will actually drive that value. And value can come in a partnership with bigger pharma, or value can come in pure terms of financial. The value may come with more proliferation of our science, but it's really all about building that value.
And as there's no treatment here for solid tumors, is there scope for this potentially to be fast-tracked to the market?
Exactly. So I think it's going to be, as Dr. Cheng Liu, the founder and CEO of Eureka, said, this could be a complete game changer, a paradigm shift in how we can treat solid tumors. So sure, absolutely. Again, when you have data, that will drive the development, the value, everything else.
What's the size of the solid tumor market?
Well, for CD19 directed targets, for CD19 directed CAR Ts and other cellular therapies out there, they only exist in hematologic, and that's roughly about 10% of cancers. And so if you could imagine, if we could direct that to the larger portion, I mean, the value could be quite infinite, to be honest.
Have some numbers been put on it from a potential revenue perspective for a treatment?
No, I dare say, I don't like to put the cart before the horse. And again, I want to follow the science, the value will come. And I think there's going to be quite a lot of competition to help us build that value. So I'm really reluctant to put a price tag on it, but moving 10% of the market to 90% or so of the market, I mean, you know, I think that's pretty clear.
And I see Imugene itself knocking on the door now of becoming a $3 billion market cap company. That in itself another milestone for you.
Oh my gosh, yesterday when it hit 3 billion, it was just so overwhelming to me to think that this little company of that was 12 million when I joined is now at roughly at 3 billion. It's a joy, and I'm so pleased and happy for all the shareholders and everyone in our company. We're delighted.
Tell me a bit, Leslie, if you would, about this this new analyst note that's been put out by Roth Capital, setting a price target for you here, 62 cents.
Well, that was another surprise to me as well. So Roth Capital has an analyst, Dr. Jonathan Ashkoff, and he did a revaluation, and now our price target is at 62 cents. So, I mean, it's just, it's a beautiful day.
And I'm sure you'd argue this is just the beginning of the story for you.
I think for me, Imugene is one of those companies that I get up every day thinking that this is a new startup. We have to do better than the yesterday. My target is to do better than the day before. And that's how we've grown the company.
Well, I always ask you this, Leslie, but just to round things off, a bit of a snapshot as to what's coming up from you in terms of news.
So November is Stomach Cancer Awareness Month. And so, as you know, HER-Vaxx is squarely in that space. I am hoping to and eager to announce some new studies and the exact details of that very soon, and hopefully in November. But it could move a scotch into December. But let's see how it all plays out.
We'll be speaking soon. Leslie, thanks very much.
Thank you.